over 4 decades, they have fought in the most dramatic of circumstances.
5 seconds left. Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good!
In a rivalry that few in sports can equal.
Goes into the lane. Jump pass back out to DJ. DJ throws. Oh, the stop! It's gone! And no time left! It's all over!
The Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers have combined for 27 NBA titles. 10 times they've met in the final round, providing some of basketball's greatest moments. In the 1960s, they played for the championship on 6 occasions, and each time Boston came away victorious. The Lakers would come close, but they never could quite catch the Celtics. When Wilt Chamberlain joined the Lakers in '69, it seemed they would finally break Boston's grip, but the Celtics won a dramatic 7th game in Los Angeles. It would be 15 years before they met again in the finals. The rivalry resumed in the 80s as they played for 3 more titles. In '84, led by Larry Bird, the Celtics again won in 7. But in 1985, behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson, the Lakers finally beat Boston in their 9th try. They would repeat that feat 2 years later. While today another championship meeting is a distant vision, a few of the old Warriors remain to remind their younger teammates of battles past against a longtime foe. It resumes today on the storied parquet.
Is the NBA on NBC. Today, it's the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Boston Celtics.
This is the 559th consecutive sellout of the Boston Garden. 15,000 turning out on Super Sunday for the renewal of this long-time rivalry between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. We welcome you to the NBA Game of the Week. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert, along with the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. And
shot off if I'm getting a start out here before it's too late.
And here's Perkins from deep. Rebounded by Williams. How about this for pressure? His second 10-day contract will run out following today's game. Lewis giving Boston a 2-0 lead. Lorenzo Williams' contract expires after the game be made. The Boston Celtics do have Marcus Webb sidelined by a fractured thumb. They may activate him, or they'll go stay with Williams. Gamble on the reverse for a 4-0 Boston lead.
Both coaches have the intentions of coming out and running. Now, so much depends on rebounding, securing the basketball, but the Lakers played an up-tempo game last time out against Orlando, and Boston here at home would like to get and need easy scores.
And A.C. Green able to convert from outside, so the Celtics lead it by the score 4-2. Here's Brown. Well, D. Brown coming off the outstanding game on Friday, 9 of 15, 25 points, is the start of things on Super Sunday here at the Boston Gardens. Sedale 3. So Sedale showing the nice stroke. Look to create.
The ideal spot for Sedale 3 would be as the 3rd guard coming off the bench to supply that scoring burst suddenly. Unfortunately, circumstances don't permit that.
James Worthy brings the Lakers within 1.
Instead of taking off from the foul line area, it's more like the dotted line area.
Lewis draws the foul. Reggie Lewis to the line. Foul committed by Anthony Peeler. Anthony Peeler, a first-round draft pick out of Missouri, the Big 8 player of the year. More playing time earlier in the season with Byron Scott out of action. Scott sidelined today by the flu. Peeler is in the starting lineup.
And it's a tough thing before Randy Fun, the coach, as Peeler takes it to the basket, because you have the veteran Byron Scott. You give him his respect, the number of years of service that he's put in and performed. Now you got Peeler, a young guy that you want to break in and give a lot of minutes to develop him, but you just can't quite do that. Out there, played him well, and no balance that time with the footwork from Sam Perkins.
Now Perkins with the backup move through the double team, 3 shooting. So the Lakers trail by 1. Peeler. Lewis going for the dribble drive was stripped. Recovered by Brown, couldn't hold on. Peeler recaptures. Oh, beautiful pass by Peeler off the dribble for A.C. Green.
Peeler had eyes right, but knew the whole time he was going left with the pass. It was just a matter of pulling the defense over to the right side of the floor.
Worthy from deep. A.C. Green off the offensive board. Rejected. Who came up with the block, was able to come up with the rebound. Here's Gamble. Celtics lead by 1.
When you control the boards, when you can block and change shots, it's going to lead to easy scores at the other end.
And 17th NBA season. They double up again on Parish. Perkins and Threet with the double. Here's Gamble for 3. Yes. Well, the Boston Celtics not noted for their downtown shooting, last in the NBA coming into today. Only 47 3-pointers, but Gamble connects. He's had the hot hand. He's 3 out of 4 for 7. 3. Sadell Threet with his 3rd field goal. Boston 14 and the Los Angeles Lakers 12.
You can see with Sadell Threet, I mentioned before, coming off the bench, he gives you a big burst as a 3rd guard. But when you need scores, as the Brown knocks one down, when you need scores, you take them where you can get them. Right now, Threet is the focus of their offense.
And both clubs have the hot hand. 5:25 remaining in this first quarter. Perkins.
That time a much shorter foot fake. Good balance that time by Sam Perkins. He did not get himself overextended. Away from the basket.
Celtics by 2. It's been a jump shooting first quarter. Now here's Peeler on the run. Oh, what a move by the rookie, Anthony Peeler.
Randy Fun said yesterday, the problem is this guy is so good. When we create isolations for him, give him the ball, he makes something happen. He can do it off the dribble. He can create his own shot. How do you get a minute to still keep Byron Scott, who's back playing very well right now, in the starting lineup?
Peeler as a starter has averaged 12 points a game. Parish. Celtics lead by 2. In this series, one of the great series in the history of the NBA.
The versatility of Anthony Peeler. First, the look-away pass to A.C. Green. Then he shows that besides giving it up, he can make things happen on his own. Starts on the right side, finishes on the left side. The conversion by Anthony Peeler.
Quarter. Back to the subject of Vlade Divac, as you see Gamble gets the step and then tossed back out. Peeler has a 3-on-1 for 3. Peeler for the trailer Worthy, and again an excellent decision by Peeler. Lakers lead by 2.
And the rookie giving it up to the veteran player will keep some of those old guys happy.
Mike, perhaps more than any other Laker, Vlade Divac has missed the presence of Magic Johnson. Magic would get him going, get him to play inspired basketball. He need a little lift, and we can recall watching Magic in the face of Divac during the course of the action, and Vlade's the first to say he really appreciated that type of attitude by Magic Johnson. Gamble has tied the game at 20.
Well, Magic was that other conscience, that voice that was always there, reminding Vlade what it was going to take to be successful.
9 rebounds for Williams. Goes 6'9", 200 pounds. Adam Stetson by way of the CBA. Deep Brown. That's a 3-pointer for Brown. Boston leads 23-20, and Randy Fun calls for a Laker timeout with 2:44 to go in this first quarter. Yesterday, Kevin just checking in, that are now in the middle of the pack in the NBA. As he put it, average ball clubs. And here in Boston, as Reggie Lewis fired, Celtics lead by 5.
Showed disinterest, a lack of concern almost for the basketball games, and I disagree. I just think that you have some veteran guys out there. Joe Klein knocking out the face-up jumper. You have some veteran guys out there who are having a tough time getting themselves up right now for each and every game. The wins don't come as easily for these aging teams, as Chicago is showing right now also.
Back. Look away for Divac, but met by Gamble. Klein batting it back. Here's Gamble on a 4-on-2. Riles, nice feed for Lewis. Celtics playing well, lead by 6. Perkins posting up on Klein, goes to the head fake. And back comes Boston. Lakers get back. Brown puts the move on, sets up Lewis. Yeah. Boston 31, the LA Lakers 23.
Reggie Lewis, he's got a friend in D. Brown right now.
Lewis 4 out of 7. He has 10 points. Divac shaking off Klein and then hitting from deep. Lonnie Divac cuts it to a 6-point Celtic lead. Klein with top coming down. So that is the end of the first quarter. And the Celtics hearing it from this capacity crowd. The rookie from Stetson, Lorenzo Williams, who collared a career-high 9 rebounds in the first quarter. After 1 here in Boston. Brown and Gamble in the backcourt. Here's Fox wide open. Rebound Brown. McHale gets to it. Won't count. Traveling violation. Kevin McHale so instrumental down the stretch in that overtime victory on Friday night.
He counted in the overtime period, giving him a big lift, and Kevin McHale, just the inconsistency of play is what's got him down right now about his game.
So Cooper cuts it to a 2-point Celtic lead. It's personality. Similar to what we discussed concerning the Lakers. Are the Celtics a running team? Are they low post? Fox hits. Who's the point guard? That has been a game-to-game issue. Who's the leader of this club? Can their best player, Reggie Lewis, sometimes it's not accepted that well.
Exactly the problem. A lot of guys want to try and take over that role of leadership, but if they're not a good enough player or not perceived as being good enough by their teammates, they don't get that respect.
Well, a 3-pointer for the rookie Dwayne Cooper. He's come on to hit for 5 points. That's only his 3rd 3-pointer of the season. And the Lakers are within 3. Klein changed his mind. McDaniel to the turnaround. Xavier McDaniel. James Edwards goes back to the mid-70s with the Lakers when he was a backup to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. McDaniel picked up on the switch by Edwards. Finds McHale. Nicely done.
The Celtics had everybody's attention to the pick-and-roll situation on one side of the floor. All you have to do is turn your head for a second. McHale flashes in the lane, catches the duck-in pass, and converts.
Lorenzo Williams. Here in the second, it's been Joe Klein. McDaniel hits the deck on the follow-through. Lakers on the run. Worthy for Perkins. So the Lakers convert on the fast break, and it's the Celtics with a 5-point lead.
And, you know, if I had to carry Michael's golf bags, I'm not a bad caddy. I could carry Michael's golf and give him the 9-iron when he needed it, you know, and just, so you look at it that way and see what's happening. I would like to get there again. I really would. There's just something special about being on a team that has this air of confidence. It's that arrogance. It's that feeling that you're going to win. And no matter what happens, you're going to win.
Kevin mentioned being an unrestricted free agent as he receives the nice lob from Sherman Douglas for the score. Talk about the Celtics and what they could lose at the end of this season. Robert Parish, Kevin McHale, and Joe Klein, all unrestricted free agents. And for the Lakers, as James Edwards gets a turnaround, the Lakers could lose A.C. Green, Byron Scott, unrestricted free agents, and Tony Smith, Eldon Campbell, restricted free agents.
Boston has a 41-36 lead. Joe Klein. Celtics now lead by 7 with just under 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Perkins played by Klein. Perkins around Klein easily. The move by Perkins fooling Klein. He was looking for a turnaround.
Standing that the switch had taken place, McHale wide open.
Edwards with the head fake. James Edwards showing the outside touch. Celtics lead by 3.
Another tough
crowd looking for travel. Now Perkins off the double team, got it out to 3. Sedale 3, bringing the Lakers within 1.
What you see for the Lakers now is the influence of Mike Dunleavy on Randy Funn. The post-up, the isolation game, pick the opponent apart, put it inside. If they double back, kick it out, and then you have to knock out jumpers.
McHale, Celtic shooting, has fallen off after the hot start. A.C. Green. Oh, what an adjustment by Green, extending the arm for the finger roll, and it gives the Lakers a 1-point lead by A.C. Green. Now lead the Celtics by 1. Very funny, Mike. Incidentally, coming up at halftime, it will be the Prudential halftime report. A.C. Green getting down, and the Lakers lead 46-43 on the subject of football. At halftime, just 7 from the field. Perkins, oh, nice move by Sam Perkins, and the Lakers lead by 5.
Not an easy shot for Sam Perkins, making it over the outstretched arm of Kevin McHale.
Answered points by the Los Angeles Lakers, and they've hit 6 of their last 8 from the field. McDaniel, so that stops the Celtics string of missing 7 in a row.
That's to do on the open jumpers.
Edwards banging with Parish, and it's Green getting inside. A.C. Green has 10 points. Lakers 50, Celtics 45.
The
527 consecutive regular season game. Lakers lead by 3 as we come up on 1 minute to go. First half. James Edwards extends to a 5-point lead. James Edwards signed as an unrestricted free agent, moving cross town from the Clippers. Edwards has hit 3 out of 4 for 6 points this afternoon. Here's Lewis, not the shot he had in mind. Back comes 3. 3 with the pull-up. Lakers 54, Celtics 47. And the Celtics. Peeler with a good play to bottle up Lewis. Recovered by Parish. That was deflected by Edwards, but slapped home. It's a 5-point Laker lead. Lorenzo Williams able to deflect it home. Final seconds of the half. 3 got tied up. And we're down to 7/10 of a second remaining. It'll be Laker ball.
4 points that way, you'll take it.
Lakers in the midst of an 18-6 run. That would have counted. 3 did well to get it off, and that's the end of the first half. The Lakers coming from behind and lead the Celtics here at the Boston Garden by the score 54-49. Coming up next, the Prudential halftime report with Hannah and Quinn, and Jim Lampley will be reporting from Super Bowl 27. That's next, right after these words. Have a long stretch off following this afternoon. They'll be off until Friday. They'll be home for the 76ers. Here's Peeler getting the third quarter underway. Peeler's second field goal. Now Parish operating against Perkins. Parish is up front along with Williams and Gamble, Lewis, and Brown in the backcourt. Minute and a half gone by. Third quarter. Worthy looking to use the height advantage on Gamble. Here's Peeler. Anthony Peeler. Good-looking rookie out of Missouri. First-round draft pick of the Lakers. He's hit 2 in a row here in the third quarter. It leads to the Boston timeout. Lakers have opened up a 58-49 advantage.
Bodies.
Here's Brown. Parish stripped and fouled. Lakers do not like the call, but the foul is indicated by Jake O'Donnell.
A.C. Green first reacted because he felt he had all basketball. Then Jake said, no, it wasn't you. It came from behind. It was the push by Stan Perkins.
Celtics 22 and 20, third in the Atlantic. They are 4 games behind the first place New York Knicks. Brown converts. Celtics down by 7. Boston has won 10 of its last 13. Orlando on Friday. Here is Peeler again. Lonnie Divot's getting set to come on as Reggie Lewis cuts it to a 7-point lead. Peeler with a strong pass that was knocked away, recovered by Worthy. Green able to keep it alive. Freak with the open shot. Lakers 62, the Celtics 53.
The shots, it makes the game look easy and it's fun.
And Brown hits once again. He has 13 points. He is an excellent foul shooter. At one point in his college days at Missouri, hit 28 in a row. Well, he hits 24 straight, misses a couple, and then converts another jump shot.
Certainly didn't bother very much.
10 points for Peeler. And the Celtics are hearing a smattering of boos from the home crowd. Timeout call. We'll be back in a moment. Devon's fielding for Parish. And that's a goal, Ted. Basket will count.
Once the ball is on the glass, you cannot take it off. If it still has a chance to score, it hits the glass. Taken off the glass by Lorenzo Williams.
Here's Reggie Lewis. Lakers 66 and the Celtics 57. Lewis with 14. Crowd trying to get the Celtics going. 3. And he was met by the hand of Parish.
Sedale 3 made a difficult shot wide open in the corner where he started the pick and roll from. With Sedale, great concentration, confidence in that shot.
3 to 7 for 10. Parish. Been a quiet day to this point for Parish, only 5 points. Replaced Lorenzo Williams. Xavier McDaniel is back on.
I was standing before the guy got the ball. How much I do
Hold up the scorer's table in a discussion with the official Jim Clark. Perhaps they're waving off that substitution. That's what they were talking about. McHale will not be allowed to come in until the next dead ball.
Box near the scorer's table that if you are not in there, the officials will not bring you into the game. You can't be on your way to the box. You must be in. Here's the box. Here comes Kevin out onto the floor. If you're not in the box, you're penalized as Kevin was. You must stay away from the next dead ball.
And now the substitution is allowed. 9 on the shot clock. Parish with the room. Lakers 68, Celtics 61.
Parish certainly a player that the Celtics would like to have step up here in the second half. Robert had only 3 points at halftime.
Crowd very much back into it. The usual capacity crowd on hand. Better than 15,000 at the Boston Garden. Devon standing one-hander. Smith, who just came on with the rebound. McHale tears it down, and a foul called on the Lakers.
Well, Tony Smith had a little follow-up shot, a jump hook in the lane. When he missed that, McHale comes down with the rebound. Smith tries to hang in and get his hands in there for the steal. It looks like a little version of the sky hook on Tony Smith. He's frustrated, steps in, commits the foul.
To make a big move with his play in training camp, suffered a severely sprained ankle. That set him back and did not get back into it, and he receives sporadic time these days.
Extends his defense at all. The crowd is back in the game right now. They sense the Celtics have made a move, and there you see a little full court pressure put on by the Boston Celtics. Something that Chris Ford has wanted to do. Extend the defense, force some turnovers.
It is down to a 5-point lead. Lakers led by as many as 11. 4:20 to go on the third. Green, stopped by McHale. Green on the putback.
Lakers went right back to the pick and roll that we had shown a short time ago. That time, D-Box did not have the open jumper. Moved the basketball. Lakers flash to the open spot. They find an opening, and then Green with the energy.
AC Green with another rebound. His 11th, along with 12 points. Smith missed the alley-oop, but it's tipped by AC Green.
Well, he's all over the place. If he misses a shot, he goes back up and gets it. He rebounds at the defensive end. He kicks out and then runs the lanes on the fast break. That's why Randy Funt wants him on the floor with that starting unit. Give it that energy.
Oh, McHale forcing the issue, trying to draw the foul. He was triple teamed.
Lakers thought they were going to get an easy score, but Kevin McHale hangs around with those long arms and still has the ability to change and block shots. But AC Green, tenacious player around the basket, comes up with it. And then what looks like it's going to be an easy score, the alley-oop pass. Tony Smith having a tough time converting, but not AC. He's right there on time when they need him.
Just under 3 minutes remaining in the third. Crowd reacting because John Bagley is getting set to check in. Divac hits on the nice-looking hook shot, and that leads to a Boston timeout. Chris Ford calling for time. And Sherman Douglas on to better play.
It's a little bit of a wake-up call. Like there's a guy here that was very much a factor in the late surge last season as the Celtics overtook the New York Knicks in their stretch drive there.
Coming up on 1 minute to go in the third. McHale lost it. Parish on the recovery. 10 on the shot clock. Lewis. 12-point Laker lead. Reggie Lewis has had some leg problems recently. Says he's not able to elevate as well as he would like.
D-Bot, as the Lakers try to change over, bring younger guys in to replace the ones who have moved on, it becomes a difficult thing for Coach Randy Funt.
Well, McHale beating Campbell off that lead pass, and it cuts it down to a 10-point Laker lead. 15 seconds left in the third.
Many teams have tried to front Kevin McHale when he gets down to the low post. You cannot do it if they break down the weak side out. He's too big. He gets to the rim too easy.
Pick and roll, and Divac fired for three. Time running down. Lewis. That's the end of the third quarter. The Lakers lead by 10. A strong effort by the rookie from the University of Missouri, Anthony Peeler, starting instead of Byron Scott, who's out because of the flu. We'll be back with the fourth quarter from Boston after these messages and a word from your local station. Quarter is underway. McHale drawing the double team. So Kevin McHale with one of his favorite moves, line driving it home.
So what does Randy Funt tell his team in the timeout? Don't front him anymore. Play behind him. You play behind him, throw the ball in. Kevin McHale shoots it over the top. Tough decisions to make.
12 points for McHale. 3 under pressure. And he's fouled by Bagley.
Come out of the timeout we mentioned a moment ago. The coach makes an adjustment. Now you've got a player behind your post man, Kevin McHale. When you play behind and you allow him to catch it down low, you pay the price.
He averaged 15 points, 7 assists. Also a good defensive player. In his 10th year out of West Virginia Tech, he's 7 for 10 this afternoon. Lewis on the run. Back comes 3. Here's Tony Smith. Lakers 82, Celtics 70.
Lakers in transition outnumbered the Celtics. 4 offensive players, the 3 defensive players getting back. It was just a matter of which decision did Sedale take.
Kevin McHale has 14. Lakers by 10.
Perkins with the up and under move, but no conversion.
Bagley going short on the shot.
Well, Bags is staying with it, trying to get it done. He's having a problem, unfortunately.
Well, Anthony Peeler has been getting it done. 12 for Peeler. And a 12-point Laker lead. 17 from the field. He's had the opportunities.
You look for guys that can finish the fast break, make it happen in the end, either get to the foul line the conversion. Peeler has shown that not only can he convert, but he also can lead it every once in a while and make good decisions.
Bagley sitting down. D. Brown has returned. Devox putting moves on Klein. Klein trying to hold his position, but Devox able to connect with the sweeping hook. He has 11, and the Lakers match their biggest lead of the game. All right, here's Lewis. 86-74. Lakers by 12. 18 for Lewis. The Celtics get the new 24 to work with. Here's Brown off the pick. Kevin McHale setting the screen. D. Brown has the jump shot going once again this afternoon. He had hit 24 straight. Here's Brown.
Tell me this is not a big, wide, soft rim at this end of the floor. D. Brown with the touch.
Well, Peeler and Klein had words moving back down court. Anthony Peeler and the veteran Joe Klein were screaming at each other. Worthy with an open shot. He's been off. Devox missed. Devox again. And the Lakers able to hold on to the ball.
Lakers needed a basket right there. Vlade would have been better to catch it. Be sure, put it in with two hands rather than try to tip. They've got to break this momentum of the Celtics.
Once again, Worthy giving the shot. He's 2 for 11. Here's Lewis. He threw the foul. Celtics showing signs now, down by 9 with Reggie Lewis going to the free throw line. Vlade Divac is third.
As Chris Ford said prior to the game, the whole thing for us is if we can get rebounds, stop them at the defensive end enough times, it will give us a chance to get out in the open floor. We're a team that sorely needs easy basket, open floor baskets to get the points up on the scoreboard.
AC Green is back, and James Worthy, who missed those two open shots, will sit down. Reggie Lewis, one of the best free throw shooters in the league, missed on his first. 87-79. Took 2 out of 2 over the Lakers last year. Here's Brown for 3. McDaniel with the pick. 7-point Laker lead. He won the score. Lakers with a 7-point lead. Fleet with a nice move, and then pops it back out. Here's Peeler for 3. Anthony Peeler continuing his outstanding play. He has 15 points, and it opens up a 10-point Laker lead.
A 38% shooter from the three-point line. After swinging the ball around, he gets a good look, good elevation, right in the bottom of the net.
Devox gets it out. Here's Worthy. 2 for 12 for James Worthy. Lewis going to his left, followed up and fouled. Made the step right and then cut left. Out of 5 from the line. Pressure by Boston. Working against Peeler. Worthy came over, it leaves McDaniel open, goes to the drive. Good decision by Xavier McDaniel. It brings Boston within 6 with 2:20 remaining in the game.
One-on-one against McDaniel.
Worthy has not been able to hit. Parish with the rebound. Worthy is 2 for 14 from the field. And he's had a number of good shots. Shot clock at 10. Lewis, the go-to guy, gets it down low to McHale. They collapse on him. Brown for 3. And 3 fires it down to Worthy. And that's a goaltend. It will count.
One of the things the Lakers have been famous for over the years is releasing someone when a shot goes up. James Worthy often out in front of everyone because he's the release man. That time Worthy down floor scores the basket. A much needed basket by the Lakers.
They now lead by 8. Reggie Lewis brings the Celtics within 6 with 1:20 remaining. Lewis almost picked it off. Divac with the save. Here's Green off the charge. Good play by Xavier McDaniel. Took a hard hit from A.C. Green.
Yeah, but A.C. Green took a hard hit from the 2 forearms that McDaniel put into his stomach area. As he turned and walked away, A.C. was glaring down at Xavier McDaniel. Not real happy. There's Reggie Lewis in the drive. That time, Green stayed closer to his man. Lewis put it on the floor.
Lewis. Peeler with the rebound. It's a 6-point Laker lead. We're down to 55 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Lakers took the lead in the second. They have led most of the way. Early in the game, Boston led by as many as 8. Lakers have led by as many as 14. Lewis called for the foul. And Peeler, who has had his difficulties at the line, will shoot a couple with the Celtics over the limit. Peeler 0 for 4. Anthony Peeler has had an outstanding game. Byron Scott sitting it out because of the flu. And Peeler in the starting lineup and has received the minutes here today. Timeout call, 45 seconds remaining in the 4th. Of the late Johnny Most, the legendary voice of the Boston Celtics, who recently passed away. There's Johnny's microphone. The Celtics wearing black armbands in memory of a man who put his imprint on this game. And he is headed to the basketball wing of the broadcast wing of the Basketball Hall of Fame. 40 seconds left in the 4th. 3-point attempt missed by Lewis. And Divac gets to it. He's fouled by McHale. Boston over the limit, so Divac will go to the line.
Down on a regular basis, they just didn't get it done this afternoon.
Lakers having their difficulties at the free throw line. 95-87. Lakers with a half-minute remaining. Gamble with a 3. And the foul is called as Tony Smith is hammered. Well, coming into today, the Lakers with a good road record, 11 up and 11 down. Spent 7 years as an assistant under Riley and then Dunleavy. That's McHale for 3. 10 seconds remaining. So the Lakers will go to 22-20, and the Celtics will drop to 22-21. The Lakers defeating the Celtics here in Boston, 96-87. And the Lakers head back to the West Coast. Tuesday, Lakers back home for Orlando, while Boston with a respite. They will not resume until Friday at home against the 76ers. In the final, Lakers 96, Celtics 87. We'll be back in a moment.
For the Celtics, though, they got 2 Hall of Fame players down in the low box, Parish and McHale. The perimeter guys are unwilling and unable to feed the post. It's like having a whole team of Danny Ainges. You've got to be out there getting the ball to your bread and butter guys down low. Another problem for the Celtics was their defense.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. Anthony Peeler, a most impressive afternoon. 7 of 11 from the field. He finished with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now he joins our Ahmad Rashad along with Randy Funn.
All right, thanks, Anna. Randy, you got it going today. Got your running game going. Play very good team defense.
Well, I thought today our guys, showed right from the start they wanted to get out and run the ball up the floor, and that's been real good to us the last couple games. If you would have seen us a week ago, you would have wondered if we ever ran the ball. But I give our guys a lot of credit. They know how to win, and when we put our running game, our rebounding, and our defense together, we can play a good basketball game.
A long road trip for you, a 6-game road trip. You finished up 3-3. You got to be a little bit happy with that.
You bet. We finished this trip with a lot of energy, with 2 big wins, and now we got to get home and play well. We get to watch the Super Bowl first, right? Relax and enjoy the day.
Does that mean that leads me into your pick for the Super Bowl?
Dallas.
All right, Dallas. All right, Anthony Peeler, you got your big shot, Byron Scott. got down with the flu, got a chance to come in here and really lit the place up.
You know, we just try to make things happen on defense, and our defense turned things around for our offense. And in the locker room at halftime, I just asked Byron, can I use a little bit of his wrist? And I came out and started knocking down the shot.
6 for 6 shooting in the second half, but I got to ask you about your free throw shooting.
I had 24 straight coming in, and I started really thinking about it. I put too much pressure on myself, and I missed the free throws, and it just went downhill from there at the line.
All right, I asked Randy about his Super Bowl pick. Let me have yours.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
Buffalo, all right. Well, I guess we'll find that out later on this afternoon. Congratulations to you, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Hannah, back to you.